Masachi, and we're going to react to Forge Labs. Go subscribe to him and me. Please like the video for more reaction videos.
Hi mans, how's it going? I created a virus.
And sorry for background noises.
Take a look at this man right here. This is the first man infected with the mustard virus. I just came up with that right now. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna name this virus, the mustard virus. As you can see, the sun has no effect on this man. He is not burning. Okay, I'm gonna get him inside before this thing spreads. Look at this, bright day. No effect on these guys. Why is this guy looking at me? Okay, little update here. Small problem. Spread to a few people, but hey, don't worry, it's just a couple. I can deal with this. Hold on a second. What are they doing? Are you seeing this? What are these guys doing? They're attracted to light. You can see that? Look at this. This is, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I think this is a problem now. Oh my god, they see me up here. Look at this. Yeah, so there you have it. I'm the last man alive. So you know what I'm gonna try to do? I'm gonna try to survive for 100 days in this post-apocalyptic wasteland. But here's the thing. The virus, it's mutating. I'm gonna manually make the virus get progressively more and more deadly every 10 days, starting with day 20. Take a look at this man right here. He's an idiot. He's slow, he's dumb, doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't know where he is. He's just a dumb guy. I can just walk right around this man. Well, you know what? Once the virus starts mutating, that won't work, because this man's gonna get faster and faster. He's gonna do more and more damage. He's gonna get the ability to sneak up on me without making sounds. Every 10 days, this virus is gonna mutate. Day 20, day 30, day 40. It's gonna keep getting, the zombies are gonna get stronger and stronger, and eventually, well, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to walk around this man. I'm gonna have to hide from this man. And it's not gonna be just this man. No, it's gonna be a lot of this man. There's gonna be hundreds of this man. And I don't even want to tell you what happens if there's a blood moon. You'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm gonna survive something like this. I don't know. If a man like me can survive all of that, well, the real challenge is on day 90. Because on day 90, the virus makes a critical mutation. It gives the zombies the ability to break down blocks. And not just dirt or wood, no. They can break down anything. If these men figure out that I'm in a building, that building is coming down and they're coming for me. These men, they want me dead. And you know what? I say, oh no, you can't take down a man like me. I have 90 days to not only survive, but build a shelter that I can safely survive the last 10 days in. It will be an all-out zombie onslaught. I'm doing it on this map right here. Take a look around here. What do you notice? Yeah, it's all dead. Dead trees, dead wood, dead people. It's not good. My mans on the Discord server went ahead and built some buildings around for me to explore and scavenge. There's stuff in there for me to get, but apparently there's some traps. So yeah, that's good. If you want to play this for yourself, like usual, it's available for my Patreon supporters. So if you want to support me on Patreon, boom, you can play this yourself. If you want to support me here on YouTube, you can do so by just clicking that subscribe button, okay? You do something like that, and wow, it makes me a very happy guy. That's exactly what I'll say. You can also leave a comment saying something like, "Ooh, look at this guy go," or something like that. I don't know. And if you want to leave a like on the video, yeah, I'm not going to stop you from doing something like, hey, you know what? That's enough. All right, let's see how many days of this I can live through. Alright, day one. A man alone in the world. Last man alive, you know? So I spawned next to this building, and I wanted to know what was going on in there. So I walked over to it, and look at this. There's a zombie in there. Sure enough, guy was walking around, so I killed him. See, one zombie, very easy to kill. Very, very easy when it's just once, when you got a bunch of these guys that you got to worry about. There was also a chest in there, which gave me a couple things to get going in this lifeless world, you know? And then I went out back. Forge Labs Family Graveyard. That's, oh, here comes another one. R.I.P. Sonya? Mod East? There's still... I gotta deal with something like that. Look at this. Mob Slot, Covert, Govine, Mod East, Kitty Rolls, Pappy Cats. Wisefish? They got my man Wisefish in here too? I was was told that there's going to be stuff hidden all over the map, and I just had to look for it if I wanted to find it. So I thought, hey, you know what? What are the chances there's something buried in one of these graves? But I started digging them all up, and no, there was nothing. Nothing at all. So I just desecrated all these graves for absolutely no reason. Good. So I left that place and started walking down the road. Got to a town. Oh, got a few of them in there. Just gonna go away from that building right there. I don't have a sword. Oh my god. Okay, they're going back in. I don't have any weapons. Can't really. Oh my god, these guys are coming out. Okay. I really needed sticks. I wanted to make better tools. The ones I had right now, not good. So I found a tree, and I got this mod on that makes it so the tree falls over when you knock it down. And look at this. I smoked a zombie with it. This man walked right into it. Can you believe that? Good kill. Hey, I just had an idea. See if you can count every zombie kill I get, and then like leave a comment saying the number or something like that. Anyways, night was falling, and wow, I got a blood moon. Yeah, on the first night. You know what a blood moon is? I'll tell you what it does. It does two things. First thing, stops me from sleeping. It's not a big deal, it's fine. But the second thing is a little rough. It spawns hundreds of zombies around me. Okay. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? They can't get in here, right? Look how many are coming. Get the fires out. Turn the lights out. Oh my god, they're trying to get in my doors. This is legitimately the scariest thing I've ever. How in the hell is someone going to survive something like this? Here, let me shoot one. No, it doesn't even kill it. And they're still coming. They're still coming from the woods. Look at the hill over there. What do you do in a situation like this?
Look, it's hardcore, so if he he cannot play that world anymore.
There's one spawn on the roof. I gotta figure out the spawning thing. Here, shield back to get off. Like, this is nuts. This is nuts. Look at this. And these things aren't going away in the daytime. They're spawning on top. I can't have. I'm not gonna survive this. They're spawning. How are they climb? Can they climb the vines? They can climb the vines. Cut the vines down. They're climbing the vines. I don't even know what to say. There's no way I'm surviving 100 days of this. Trapped in the shelter. Wow, what a perfect time to tell you about the sponsor of this video. This video is sponsored by my man's Dragon City. You know what they say? They say a man with a Make sure you got the latest version of the game. They're still there. They're not going anywhere either, because they don't despawn in the morning. No, these men are waiting outside my house for me. And I was a very hungry man. A man with an octopus in here. They will run you down and take you down. Who's better? Hey, and you know what? You and your dragon, you're never gonna get bored, okay? Because there's events every single week for you guys to do. That's gonna new adventures, all sorts of stuff. You'll have a good time. Here's the most important part, okay? Click the link in the description and you get a very special reward. You get 15,000 food, 30,000 gold, and 10 gems, okay? 10. Just make sure you got the latest version of the game. Keep that thing updated, okay? Be sure to click the link in the description. It really helps me out. And thanks to the sponsor Dragon City for sponsoring this. Okay? Day 2. Hey, look at that. The zombies are still there. They're not going anywhere either, because they don't despawn in the morning. No, these men are waiting outside my house for me. And I was a very hungry man. A man who needed food fast. Well, how does a guy like me get out of a situation like this? I'll tell you right now. I did 2 things, okay? 2 things. Number 1, I climbed right out of the shelter. And number 2, I ran very fast, my mans. Very, very fast. I picked a direction and just went. Right now, this works. You can just run from these things because they're so slow. But in the future, that will not work at all, because these things are going to get faster and faster, and they will run you down and take you down, you know? So I went back to the hardware store, and I looted another chest. and I found some seeds. Look at this. Look at all these seeds. Pretty good. I also got some bones, which is a great combo for a hungry man, you know? So I ran until I found some water and planted the seeds, and used the bone meal to get some bread. Hunger problem solved, at least for now. Then with some string I got from cutting down spider webs, I made a fishing rod. Yeah, I just sat there and did some fishing. It was a nice relaxing time after a very stressful first night. Just a man fishing, you know? After a night like that, there's nothing much more you can do than just come to the water and fish a little bit. An octopus in here. Here, come on. I saw a zombie out in the field, which by itself is fine. When it's one, it's okay. At least you think, right? But the thing is that these things can multiply. One can become 50 just like that. It's over. I just took that man down. Then I snuck back to my house and took a good hard look around. Made sure there was no one stumbling about in front of my house, and there wasn't. It was clear, thankfully. And then I climbed back in, and it was good. I collected a bunch of dead wood, which you can't use to build anything, but you can use it to make charcoal. So I started doing that, and then I went to bed. All right, day 3. You know what they say about day 3? A good day to go to the library. Oh my god, this is I forgot about that. There's a lot of them in here. I let the zombies outside, then I started cutting them down. They almost boxed me in and killed me, but I outsmarted these guys. I got golden pants from one of them, which is pretty good. And then I headed into the library. There wasn't much in there except for a lot of books, which would be useful eventually, but not right now, not at all. So then I went to the jail. Look at this. There was a lot of zombies in there, and I was not doing that right now. No way. There was also this brick house nearby, which had a bunch of zombies in the basement. So what I did was I let those guys out through the back door and thought, you know what, this is a problem for later. Don't even worry about this. Then I went to a different house that had no zombies in it, which had a bunch of mushrooms in a chest. So I could make some mushroom soup. Hey, that's pretty good. And then I went back to that brick house, dealt with a zombie problem or something, got down to the basement and got a bunch of iron. The hardware store had a lot of chests, and instead of making them myself, I thought, why don't I just go there and take a bunch of them? So that was my plan for day 4. My master plan at this time was to get some chests and just start filling them with all the resources I would need to build a very strong, defensible compound, which would keep me safe after day 90. Right now, it's easy to live in this world. The zombies weren't too much of a threat, but they were going to keep getting worse and worse, so I just wanted to try to get as much stuff as I could while it was easy enough to do that, and get my base ready for what was to come on day 90. While I was out exploring, I found a swamp, and I was thinking, you know what, this could be a pretty good place to build. A man in the swamp, who knows? Anyways, I got my chests, and before going home, I stopped by the jail and just take a look, take a listen. Well, you think I'm gonna go down there? Like, look what's going on down there. Okay, I'm good down here. That place is I believe there's a death zone down there. The next day, I was back getting more resources, and I spotted something in the distance. Wow. Oh, there's stuff out there. Big red pillars. See that? Let's see what that is. When you see something like that, you gotta take a look, you know? So I did that. I got up to it, and there's like security cameras all over it. What's going on here? Something like this is... A man's gotta have a look at something like this. I broke the fence and saw a sign about someone named Kelly. If you can read this, you are too close to a dangerous gas disposal pipe. For your safety, you should leave immediately. The perimeter. Grandma Kelly bled out after a terrifying encounter with... There's dangerous gas here? Think they're lying? It'll go to go. I was about to leave when I realized that the structure in the middle is pipe. So I climbed in, and it was very dark. Very, very dark. And it sounded like there was a lot of zombies down there, so I left. Not in the mood to die, you know? Maybe I'm not going down here. Maybe I'm coming down here later. Maybe I'm going down the dangerous pipe when I have armor. Ah! Thorns. I spent most of the day getting iron bars from here. I was going to need a lot of these. And on my way back, I spotted what looked like a security guard tower, but I thought I'd check it out later. When I got home, I used my iron to make a helmet and a very nice sword. The next morning, I was attacked by a horde. Oh, got a herd coming my way. Got a herd coming my way. Okay. Let's try to deal with these guys. Now that I had more gear, I felt better about going to the jail. I went in and just look at this. Why is there so many people in this jail? How many people do they have in this jail? This is way too many people for this size of a jail. Okay, they're coming up. There's got to be 1,000 people down here. I killed a bunch of them, but these men kept coming, and there was no way I was taking them all down, so I left. I explored a bit more and found a destroyed house or something. Then I had to run home because it was very dark, my man. Very, very dark. More exploring the next day. I was looking for a cave. It'd be very useful, but I saw this structure in the distance, and I had no idea what it was, but I thought I'd check it out later. Whoa! What is that? Look at that big place. I eventually found a cave, which it had a pig in it. You ever see a pig in a cave? Kinda weird. What's this man doing down here? Anyways, I snuck around and found a bunch of iron, and when I came out, there was a grizzly bear. Ran away from that man, and went straight home. Next morning, there was a storm. I love a good storm, you know? It's very cozy, especially when you're the last man alive, just storming some zombies. I went out, and it was very quickly overrun. Look at this. Oh my god, look at this. They start coming out of you. They start spawning so quickly. Oh my god, look down there. These things, they can multiply very quickly. While fighting them, I bounced one into a pond. That gave me a very good idea. Very, very good idea. So I ran back home, but wow, the horde followed me home. We just have all these guys here. It's not even a zombie night. And they're still coming. Look at this. It's daytime right now. This is just regular zombie spawns. I'm scared this is not good. I'm scared they can get in. My idea was to craft an iron hammer. Okay, these things are expensive, but wow, they will knock zombies back far, my mans. I'm telling you. Look at it, just sends them flying. I also made iron armor since when I was out last, I almost died. I had another problem though. Since my house was constantly being surrounded by zombies trying to get in, I could not sleep. I can't sleep with it. I can't sleep because there's monsters nearby, but you'd never be able to sleep with all this sound too. Listen to how loud that is. Look at this. You guys are outside, they're going nuts. I was still stuck in my house by the next day. How does a man get out of a situation like this? I'll tell you how. A man digs out. But as I dug, I could hear them above me. They're following me. And that gave me another idea. This is good. I can do something with this. If I'm smart in this situation, a man can survive something like this. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to build a safety buffer. So as long as that block's there, they can't do anything, right? If I break this, they can't do anything. If I break that, they can't do anything. I do this, and that. There's nothing they can do, right? I want to do this. Oh, here we go. No, you guys need to go. There we go. All right. Come on down, one at a time. Come on down. This is how you do it. This is how I'm going to deal with them. The only thing is that I know me, and I will end up walking right into that hole. I will forget it's there and go straight in. So I put a trap door down. Then that night, when all the zombies showed up, I tested it out. It worked, kind of. Some zombies were not landing in the hole. They were landing in front of it. So I put up a little fence, and that seemed to work pretty good. I went out to gather more wood on day 10, and while I was out, I saw another area that looked pretty nice. I also found a large cavern, and I did not want to be a man who falls in there. Don't want to fall down there. You fall down there, game over immediately. I'm gonna walk backwards. While I was down there, I was finding a ton of iron. Look at all this iron. I'm be a rich man. Finding iron everywhere. I spent the entire next day down there too, and I almost fell in. That was, wow. Almost walked in. That night I had to use the zombie hole technique again, and it worked like a charm. Yeah, this is good. The old zombie hole never fails. I mined all day on day 12, stacking lots and lots of cobble, which need this stuff. And I also got a lot of iron. I even made an iron shield, and things were going well. And then it got even better on the next day, because look at this, I found diamonds. Oh, wow, man with diamonds. When I got home, I made a diamond pickaxe, and then there was a lot of zombies outside, so I had to use the old zombie hole again. It was working, but it wasn't perfect, so I started thinking of ways that I could improve it. But you'll see more of that later, okay? I wanted to take a break from mining, so the next day I went exploring, and I found a door that was near that chemical tube before, so I went in. All right, there's some zombies. Let's get them out of here. All right, come on out. We're gonna fight you. Oh, original specimen. These are all original specimens. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. The body parts are filling the... Like a bunker or something. bunch of zombies in there. I killed them all. I saw there was like iron on the wall, iron blocks, but I felt like those were decorations and not meant to be taken by me. So as much as I wanted to take them, I left them. But I did get a bunch of building materials and I headed home. Now that I finally had even better gear, I went back to the jail again.
I need to break the spawner. It's the only way this works.
But this time though, I had a plan, okay? A foolproof plan. I was going to tunnel to the spawners and destroy them. Nice and easy. I was able to kill one, but the other could not tunnel to that one. That one was far, and I was not feeling brave enough to jump down and make the run, you know? So I left the jail and the town, and I went further down the road. And then I saw a sign.
Are you kidding me? Mata Tutu Town. I'm gonna go see what Mata Tutu Town is, obviously. This is it! There's, crabs in front of it. Okay. A lot of crabs. Are they crabs or are they spiders? Are they crabs or are they spiders? Eh, not bad. Little zombie right here. Oh, okay, there's a few more zombies now. Alright. Oh, someone there. Okay. Okay, let's go. Oh, a few more. Okay. Okay, time to go home. Mata Tutu Town's not so good.
When I got home that night, I found a zombie on my wall. What's this guy doing?
How's that guy, oh, look at that, they're on my wall. Why is there so many on my walls? Oh my god. Oh, there's stuff here.
The next day I was feeling good. Felt like I could make that run in the jail, so I went there and I did it. Killed the spawner and took a look around, see what was going on. There's like a jail cell with like 1,000 zombies in there. What's going on? Why is there so many men in there? Anyways, so I looted the place. I got some like iron, I got some meat, got a bunch of good stuff down there. It was good to do this. I also stopped by the bridge and got some sand from underneath it. There's like no sand in this biome at all. No sand, and I was gonna need this stuff, so this was a good find. The next day I went to that military camp. That place I saw, that little guard tower a while ago. It was not good there. Like a man hanging or something.
Oh my god. What happened here?
I realized I could break these barriers and take them, and I spent a bunch of time doing that, which was big waste because I literally never touched these again. These just went straight to a chest and were never used. I also found a key card, which I assumed was going to be what would let me get into one of the locked buildings, but I did not want to do that now. It seemed like there's probably going to be something scary in there that I'd need to fight, so I decided to come back later and fight when I had more stuff. You know, I'm not dying right now. I left that place, went out, gathered more resources, and headed home. By this point, I had plenty of stuff. Was feeling pretty good. Thought I was going to be ready to build soon. But I couldn't stop thinking about that military compound. So I made a mistake. I decided to go back.
What the hell is that? Danger, spikes below. I almost walked into that. What is that?
I wanted to know what that pit did. So I knocked a zombie into it.
Oh my god, it's quicksand. It's quicksand. That's what I need. That's exactly what I need.
Next day I went back with 4 buckets, and I filled them with that stuff.
Quicksand bucket. It is quicksand. Okay.
Look at that. Wow. A man with quicksand. You can do a lot with quicksand, you know? So I also used a key card and went into that building, and there was a zombie in there. Killed the man, and read his journal. I really like the look of the watchtower outside, and I thought that's something I want to build in my compound, so I took like a mental note of how it looked. I left the military checkpoint and went back to that swamp. Took a look around and thought, you know what? Not that many trees here. The ground is pretty flat, and I can see far around me. You know what? I'm a man who's going to build right here. So the next day I was back, and I started building. The first thing I wanted to do was get up a nice, strong, tall wall, you know? Get that thing up right away so no one's getting into my area. I decided I was gonna build it out of metal bars, which looks very cool, but wow, it is very expensive. That iron could have went to many other uses that would have been much better than this. But you know what? It looks cool, okay? So that's all that matters. But iron was the least of my problems because things were about to get much more difficult. The virus was mutating for the first time. Zombies, they're faster now, they deal more damage, and they're just They're more deadly. Things are from this point forward, it's just gonna keep getting tougher and tougher every 10 days. I wanted to see just how strong these things were, you know? So in the morning, I tested it out, and just look at this. Imagine being out in a blood moon with these things. It's just gonna keep, and it's also gonna get worse and worse. I went back to that bunker where I left those iron blocks thinking that I was gonna leave them for decorations, and I had a very different opinion now. I was thinking, you know what, I'm taking those things. I need them. Got a big wall to build, need as much iron as I can get, so I made some iron bars and got working on that wall. When I got home that night, there was a zombie in my house.
I can hear them out there. Oh my god, I got in! How did you get in? How did that guy get in my house?
I was also kind of getting tired of having to use the zombie hole and trying to sleep and all this, so I just moved my bed downstairs underground, and that seemed to work. In the morning, I said, screw it, opened the door, and went out and fought some zombies.
Oh my god, here they all come. Okay. Oh my god. Right now I can still fight them. Okay. I can still fight them, but that will become a problem.
Right now, these things are manageable. I can deal with them. But I'm telling you, in the future, it gets so much worse. Even just one of these things can take a man down very easily. Anyways, I was back to working on the wall.
Zombies can't swim, right? Like, they're not going to be able to, like, go underwater and swim or anything. They're going to go, like, ooh, and come up on... I should fix it. Ooh, I can see that happening. Then they all get in. I'm like, oh, how'd they get in? I don't know. You didn't patch it correctly. Just fill this. But then I get this weird, like, water gap here. I don't like the look of that. I'll just put dirt underneath.
I was starting to get worried about my food situation. I was running out, and there weren't exactly too many food sources in this world. Why did I write that? I'm so dramatic when I write my notes. I wrote, quote, running out of food. May not make it. What do you mean, may not make it? It was fine. Pretty sure I found like a pig or something the next day. The bigger problem was iron. I was running out of it, and by day 22, I was very low. I was dipping into the reserves. So I set out to find more, and I thought there might be some in Mata Tutu town. But when I got there, I found something very different.
What's this say? In remembrance of our fallen friend Mata Tutu. It's a shrine for Mata Tutu. What do we got here? It's his meat. I'm not taking that meat. I'm hungry, but I'm not taking it. Are you kidding me?
I didn't find any iron, but I did find a house that had some hay or something. I don't know what this is supposed to be called. Anyways, this stuff right here, you can make bread out of this. I'm sure a lot of you already know that, but I didn't know about this till like just a few months ago. I found that you can turn this into bread. I thought you used it for like farm animals. I don't know. Very happy to find this. Day 23. I wrote on my notes, almost died, and this timestamp.
What have I done? What have I done? Where's the water? That was so stupid. I don't even need to be going this way. Why did I do that? Why do I do stuff like that? I'm not going to survive 100 days if I keep doing stuff like that. I'm going to die to something like that. I have to stop and not do that stuff again.
Hey, what happened there? I don't know. I'm writing the script right now without looking at the footage, so whatever that was, just played on the screen. Hey, hope you like that. I have no idea what that was. Anyways, I was working on the wall some more, and I nearly finished it. Technically, I did, because all that was left was 2 gates. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm actually done. I think that's actually enough.
The following day, I was back, and I finally finished the walls and the gates. I also wanted to have a completely flat land, so I filled all that in, and then went home. I was chased by a bunch of zombies.
See, right now, this is fine, but coming home eventually is going to be so risky. When all these guys can outrun me.
Same thing the next day. I just worked on filling holes, you know? And then I got chased home again.
Oh, whoa. Not doing that. See that? That's something you don't want to see.
Now that I have the compound perimeter secure, I could start planning where I wanted things to go. The first thing I wanted to build was a farm. That I had food throughout the building process, and I wouldn't have to leave to look for... I just wanted a farm in place. It's very important to get that up, so I started building that. I grabbed all those seeds I found back at the hardware store, and I planted them. I never know if I'm setting up a farm right, so tell me if I set this up right or wrong. I don't know, but it worked, so I guess it's fine. Now I wanted to build the guard tower, so I made some spruce fences and grabbed some pine cones and went back to the compound. When I got there, a man had gotten inside.
I'll have to go up there again eventually. How much health I've been losing? Oh, first man to make it in. You should get a prize. Really, you should get a prize, but I have no way of keeping you. I don't have a name tag. Look at this guy. Got no eye. Oh! How'd you lose your eye? I feel like I should keep you, but I can't. Oh! Okay, now you're gonna... There you go.
I planted some trees inside my base and then some outside. I thought that maybe if I had a bunch of trees outside, it might like block sight lines. Zombies might not be able to see light, and this it's just a win-win. I also expanded my farm a little bit and built the frame of the guard tower. It's coming along nicely, all right? This whole place is looking pretty good. On my way back that night, I wanted to know what would happen if I went into quicksand, so I tried that out.
How was I going here? I'm not going in there. You can't get out. If you go in it, you can't get out. That's what happens. You just can't get out.
Next day, I just worked on the guard tower more. I got to the top part, and I used slabs to do it. Yeah, wait, what do you think about slabs? You like these things? Yeah, I see a lot of them in this video. I just started using them recently, and wow, I really like slabs. You can do a lot of cool stuff with these things. Anyways, I wasn't totally happy with how the tower looked. I wanted more contrast between the wood colors. When I came back the next day, the trees I had planted it spawned a snail. Look at these guys.
Lighten that up a little bit. Hey, look at this. The snails. They love it. They love it there.
I also replaced the side of the tower with some oak walls, which I thought this looked pretty good.
It doesn't connect unless I do that, but that looks... Yeah, see, I can, like, there's no fear of going over. I can't accidentally jump over that, too.
After that, I built the roof of the guard tower, and I was pretty happy with how it turned out. A man up here, he can see a lot. Take a look around the whole compound, you know? Take everything in, make sure everything's going well, no zombies breaking in. This was good. I also added a ladder so that I could get up and down easily, and when I did, zombies came.
Oh, look at this. Got a lot of them coming now. Oh, almost dropped through there.
The only thing that I wanted to change about the tower was that I wanted the supports to be a little thicker. Alright, the virus mutated again. Just, wow. Try not to die. Anyways, I went back to the compound and replaced the supports with spruce bark walls. A little bit thicker, they're darker, and I just think it looks nice. When a bunch of zombies showed up, they could not get in. It was good. Then I noticed something. Blood moon.
Blood moon is rising. Go, 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 go. This is really bad. Oh my god, this is what I was afraid of. I was afraid of getting caught out here with the blood moon. Oh no, 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 no. Okay. Okay, I'm a man who's in danger. I'm a man who's in danger, but that's fine. That is fine. They're gonna spawn any second. They're gonna spawn any second. There's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. There's five. There's six. There's 7, there's 8, there's 9, there's 10. There's 11, there's 12, there's too many of them. There's too many. Get back. Oh, there's one in my house. Why are you in here? Close the door.
Made it back to the house, climbed on the roof, and just took a big long look at all those zombies outside. Imagine all these men trying to get in your house. Hey, just think about that for a second. I was when one of these guys spawned on my roof and nearly knocked me down into that horde where I would have just been torn to shreds. Anyways, got me thinking. This virus is just gonna keep mutating. It's gonna get stronger and stronger, and eventually these things, they're gonna knock down my walls and get in. Well, what can I do if that happens? I mean, a man's gotta get out of there, and he's gotta get out of there quick. This was the single best decision I had made in this entire thing. If I didn't come up with evacuation plans, you would not be watching this video right now, okay? And you will see that later on. So I went downstairs and I started making some rails. In the morning, I still couldn't get out of my house. The zombie hole wasn't working as well as I wanted it to, but I kind of knew how to fix it. However, I wasn't going to do it here because there was no point in doing it in this house since I was leaving soon, so I just put it in the pile of ideas for the compound defenses. So I just lured the zombies away.
Oh my god, look at all of them. They're coming for me. These men are coming. Oh my god, and I forgot they're faster. They're still coming. I gotta lure them away. Look at this, the horde's coming. I went back to the compound and I planted a bunch of pumpkin seeds around the swamps that were outside. I'm gonna need these things to make iron golems, you know? Those things are good. I also lured 2 chickens into my compound. Let's go. 2 chickens. Man with 2 chickens. Come on. Gotta get you home. Come on in. You love it in here. And then give you a little treat. There you go. The next day I got some sheep, and boom, just like that. I was a man with a guard tower, a very secure wall, a wheat farm, and now I had livestock. You know what I didn't have? A house. I hadn't even started building my house yet. I knew that I wanted it to be in the middle of the compound, though, so that zombies, if they stacked up around the fence, my bed was far enough away that they wouldn't stop me from sleeping. But there was still some more stuff to do before I did that. I needed to build a zombie hole 2.0. I needed it. So I planned where that was going to go. Day 33 it was a good day. I got back to the compound and I started digging out a tunnel that I was going to use to lure zombies to zombie hole 2.0. And I'm telling you, if you were a fan of zombie hole 1, you're going to love this one, okay? Hey, you know what? If you were a fan of Zombie Hole, why didn't you leave a comment saying, like, I love Zombie Hole 2.0? Something like that. Okay, that's a good comment right there. I wanted to make sure that these men could see me, you know? So, remember that sand I got? Boom. Finally got a use for it. So I made some glass, and I made a glass ceiling so that when I walked through the tunnel, all the guys could take a look down and see me walking through there, and they could follow me right into the zombie hole. A glass ceiling. I stayed out a little too late working on this tunnel, and a bunch of zombies spawned, so I had to avoid them while I ran home. The next day I worked on the tunnel more, and yet again I stayed out a little too late, and on my way home, I almost died. Oh my god. Oh my god. My god, I thought the river was gonna be hard. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was close. They almost got me there. I made it home though, but I had officially ran out of food, which was the whole reason I made a farm and stuff, and but it wasn't ready yet. So tomorrow, I had to figure that out. I found some sheep and killed and cooked them, which dealt with my hunger, at least for now. I got to the compound and finally made a cage around the zombie hole, so I didn't need to worry about any of those guys clinging to the sides and getting in. It looked good, you know? I set up a water system above the tunnel. I've seen people do weird stuff with water, where they get, like, things to float down it or whatever. My idea was to use that to help push these men into the hole, but I think I did it wrong. I also wasn't sure if the tunnel was too far below the surface, so the zombies to even see me, even with the glass. So I added slabs. Look, using slabs again, which made me closer to the surface, and it seemed to work. The zombies could see me. Anyways, I spent the whole night working on it. The next day, almost died again. Yeah, but this time, this was my fault. Look at that. That would have been it. That would have been it. I also got some more slabs for the zombie tunnel. It was a good day. I replaced the glass chute with railings, which it stopped zombies from getting stuck, and I could see down into the hole a little bit better, so that was good. But then while I was working on building my house, another blood moon. Another blood moon? Are you kidding me? Another one? They're gonna spawn inside this thing and I'll die. Or maybe I won't make it home. I'm not gonna make it home. But this time, I chose to stay in the compound because it was stupid to run home. I don't know why I was doing that before. Not only was it dangerous because I had to leave the safety of the compound walls, but I also had to... I couldn't sleep anyway, so what was the point of going home? Just unnecessary risk. So I climbed up the tower and took a look at the horde. Just look at that. It was also a good opportunity to test out Zombie Hole 2.0, and you know what? It worked great. Hell yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's working. Yeah, I got ahead of myself. It works okay. I still had to lead a portion of them away in the morning, which I will not be able to do this soon when the zombies are faster. Once that was done, I went back to the zombie pit and made some adjustments. I made it wider so zombies could fall in easier. I also changed the water system above it and used signs. So, I don't know. I think this worked better. This is Zombie Hole 3.0 now. If you love Zombie Hole 2.0, you're gonna love Zombie Hole 3.0, I'm telling you. Hey, you know what? Why don't you leave a comment saying you love Zombie Hole 3.0 if you're for you Zombie Hole fans out there. Okay. Yeah, I can't hear the zombies sneaking up on me anymore. I used to hear them growl or something when they were targeting me. That's gone. Can't hear them anymore. You know in movies when someone just is like standing there talking to someone and then all of a sudden, boom, boom, zombie tags a man. And you're like, hey, where'd that zombie come from?
That's what's gonna... That is now active here. Only an idiot can get bit by a zombie that way. Anyway, so where was I? So I went back to Mata Tutu Town because I needed lava. You know what? I'm calling it lava from now on. You see hundreds of comments saying you're saying lava wrong. I don't care. I'm saying lava. That's how it is now, okay? So I went to Mata Tutu Town looking for the stuff, and could not find it. No, could not. But I finally went into this big church. Yeah, that big spooky one up there. I thought, you know what? Let's see what's going on in there. So I went in.
Oh! First things first, I saw some I like, but I'm gonna get rid of those. Oh my god, look at all this gold. Oh, look at that. That's pretty good. Okay, I gotta stash some stuff. I got too much stuff.
Look at all this gold. I found it upstairs, and wow, I was a rich man. Next, I went down to the basement, and a lot of zombies down there, but you know what? I'm no idiot. I decided to climb, kind of tunnel my way over to the spawner and destroy it. Definitely not jumping down there and trying to fight those things. You don't want to be pinned in a basement with a bunch of zombies around you. Big mistake. So you got that done, and look at this. An enchanting table here and an enchanted blade up in the picture frame. So I got that, and that's pretty good. But I had a feeling, you know what? It might be nighttime, so I wanted to leave. And yeah, well, remember I just said that you don't want to be a guy pinned in the basement with zombies.
Oh, okay, they're coming down. There's a lot of them coming down. Oh, okay. Oh my god.
I ran into this room, and eventually I tunneled out and killed a bunch of them. When I climbed out of the basement, the church was totally surrounded by infected. And look, you can see just how fast these guys were. Look at that. That is a fast man right there. Eventually I made a break for it, and I ran home. Oh my god!
Oh my god. That one zombie almost killed me.
Oh, hey, that thing tagged me. That's exactly what happens in the movies. You don't hear the zombie and boom, it's too late, you know? Day 41. I was still a man who did not have lava, so I went to mine. But I was nervous since zombie hordes could now spawn down there. Not just one or two zombies, you get a whole horde down there. Imagine that. Didn't take me long, but I found some lava. I got a bucket, filled it up, brought it up to the surface, and then to the compound. Then I took that lava and poured it in the zombie hole, and boom, now this thing is deadly now. And then, you know what happened? Another blood moon. But hey, you know what? It wasn't a big deal, because now I had a chance to test this thing, and zombie hole 3, it was good.
There we go. And then, they fall down and they burn. Yes, that's, okay, good. See, this is what I was thinking of. Look at that. This is how you deal with the zombies.
Hey, anyone still counting how many zombies I killed on screen? Yeah, good luck. There's like a million right here. I wanted to leave the zombie tunnel, and look at that. Little arm poking out through the wall. What's that all about?
That should be a good look. See that? This man's waiting for me right around the corner. So I come here. Boom, he's there. See that? Oh! 2 more of them. How many got into my house? Look, there's... like the whole horde got in.
After I dealt with that, I realized I needed to get the best results with the zombie hole. I just needed to stand right by the pit. Right here. This was enough. A couple zombies would see me standing here. They'd go for me. They'd get stuck in the water, start moaning, yelling, and then that would attract more zombies. And before you know it, everyone was going in the hole. It was good. In the morning, I cleared out the rest of the compound and dumped the rest of the horde into the zombie hole, and then I finally started building my house. I worked on the house throughout day 43 and then again on day 44. I was a working man, working hard on the deck. When I saw, look at that, another blood moon rising. Starting to feel like that, what was it, like 22% chance right now? I was feeling more like 96% or something like that. It seemed like I was getting a lot of blood moons. Very unlucky man. On top of that, all these guys were still spawning in my compound. What's going on here? This is a lot of zombies spawning. So I put more torches down to try to stop it. Then I headed down into the zombie tunnel and felt like my man Obi-Wan, sitting up here on the high ground watching those guys burn down there. You ever see that movie? After doing that for a little bit, I wanted to go see how the compound was doing and if my torches worked. And no, they did not.
So many are spawning in my compound. Like, look at this. You should never have this many in here.
Next day, kept working on the house. Just a man working hard, you know? And then, look at this. Wow. Another blood moon. Hey, what's going on here?
That's 2 blood moons in a row. That's 2 in a row. What are the chances?
I put even more torches up, which helped prevent those guys from spawning in my compound, but now I really wanted an iron golem. Having one of those guys walking around would help deal with the problem in case some others somehow spawned inside. So I worked on the house throughout the night and got started on the roof.
No man should be building his house in these conditions.
In the morning, I brought the remaining zombies into the hole, went out, got wood, came home, and worked on the house. Night started falling, and I was very happy to see that it was not a blood moon that night. So for the first time, I slept in the compound. It was nice. The next day, I added trapdoors to the windows, which, this doesn't really do anything, but you know what? It looks cool. It kind of makes it look like it's boarded up and more secure. I also did some other stuff, but I forget what that was. Day 48. I made a ton of torches using the dead wood I gathered, and I spammed them all over the compound. Absolutely no more zombies should be spawning here, alright? I also decided that I wanted a second floor in the house, which ended up being a very good choice, as you will see later. It also gives the house more depth. And, hey, look. What's that in the corner there? Another blood moon.
No. Another blood moon. Not another blood moon.
Since I had spammed so many torches, the only place zombies were spawning was on my unlit roof, and I can fix that pretty easy. Despite having my compound totally surrounded, I was happy with how it was looking and how things were going. I was out of wood, so the next day I went to get more, but I ended up climbing into this cave to get iron instead.
Oh, this is nice, walking over a dark... Look at that, just the eyes in the cavern. One guy. That cannot get to me, not yet at least.
Little expeditions like this are getting more and more risky. I'm far from home, and if there's a blood moon, I will become a dead man. Nothing more, nothing less. I need to be smart about what I'm doing here and where I'm going. I can't be getting distracted by stuff.
Look at that, the thing's attacking the... octopus. Look at that. It's going after the octopus! Oh! Yeah, not dealing with that, leaving.
Came back home with enough iron to make an iron golem, and I harvested one of my pumpkins. Look, what's going on here, by the way? Why is there a face on this pumpkin? Is that supposed to be there? So I used that, and I made an iron golem.
My man, how's it going? Doing good? Gotta give you a name. I'm gonna name you, Balbar. Balbar, have I used that one before? Sounds familiar. Balbar, I like him.
Hey, don't bother with that name. I never called him that again. I started calling him Igor almost immediately. And you know what? Me and my man Igor, we were ready for the next mutation. Not only are these guys do more damage, but they also will now follow me for much longer. They will follow me right home. Hey, I love that. That's good. First thing I wanted to know was how my man Igor would handle one of these guys.
Okay, Igor, or whatever your name was, take him down. Take him down! You just moved out of the way. You didn't do anything. Okay, there we go. Now get this other guy. Take him out. Boom! Look at that. That's how you do it. All right.
I spent the day working on the roof, and you know what? I was happy there wasn't a blood moon when I went to bed that night. And the next day, it was more of the same. I just worked on the roof, second floor, and I added a nice balcony. Look at this. Looking real good, my mans. Real good. I planted a bunch of spruce trees outside my compound. The same reason as before, thinking, hey, more cover, less light coming out, and less zombies. That's a good thing. And the next day, day 52. You know what they say about day 52? Put half a balcony roof up. That's what I did. Tried to make it look nice. And I think it looked pretty good. I also crafted some stone slabs, which I needed more of. By the end of the day, though, I was just happy with how everything was looking.
Okay, that's looking good. That is looking real good.
The trees seemed like they were working the next day when the zombies that were outside looked like they were confused. Confused guys, I don't know. I needed even more iron, though. Needed way more. So I went down into the cave and I got some. And wow, almost walked to my death again.
Okay. I forgot what my shift key was there. Almost walked off.
Found a good amount of iron down there. You know what they say, a man who has a lot of iron is a man who's gonna live to past day 90. That's what I was hoping for. It was good I didn't stay out too long because it was another blood moon night, my favorite. I closed all the shutters on my house. This does absolutely nothing at all, but it feels cool. And my compound was holding. The zombies weren't getting inside, and they didn't seem to notice me on my roof, except for this guy.
Except for that guy. What the hell is that guy doing there? I need a bow. I need a bow.
I tried to get my man Igor to fight him, but no, Igor was not interested.
All right, Igor. Come on, Igor. Does it need to hit me for you to attack it, Igor? Igor, my man. Let's go. Zombie right there. I'm gonna walk right past you. Does this guy need to hit me, Igor? Here, I'm gonna stand next to you, Igor. Tell me what happens if he hits me, okay? Ready? Oh! Nothing. My man Igor does not care about this man. Igor, please. There's a man in here.
So with everything built now, my house and the basic foundation of the compound, it was time to start thinking about defenses and making more traps because as it is right now, zombies would just tear through this place on day 90. Well, that's what I had to shift my focus to. I had an idea about a note block. You know those things? They make sound. And there's one thing these zombies love. Sound. They love it. They can't get enough of it. They just like walking right to the sound. Doesn't matter where it is, what it is. They just walk right to it. They're nutty. So I wanted to use this to my advantage, and I thought, what if I can get a note block to just play sounds over and over and over again on repeat? And what if I place that block away from my house? And maybe it would lure zombies away from the walls. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. But here's the thing, I'm a man who knows absolutely nothing about redstone whatsoever. Redstone repeater. The name sounded like it would make something repeat, but when I crafted it, it did not do that. So I had to look up a YouTube tutorial from 2012, where someone told me all about them, and I kind of figured it out later. But that night, I shifted focus to something else that I wanted to build. Another layer of defense, and that was a bunker. Let me tell you about bunkers, okay? A man without a bunker is an idiot, and I do not want to be an idiot, so I started making one. I worked on it throughout the day, and then that night, wow, look at this, another blood moon. However, at this point, I was feeling pretty confident with my compound, and so I thought, you know what, I'll just keep working on stuff. Doesn't matter. There's no way zombies are getting in. I dug the bunker deep, I'm telling you. I kept digging until I couldn't hear any zombies on the surface and none in any caverns that were nearby. Okay, I gotta tell you right now, this is very important, because come day 90, when the virus mutates enough, zombies that can hear me, they will just dig straight through stone and get me. So if I was making a secure bunker, it is not secure if it's near a cavern. So I had to be smart about this. I worked on the bunker throughout the next day, and I got wood, made some furnaces, and started making some charcoal. Then I shifted my focus back to making the distraction device. Thanks to that tutorial from 2012, I knew exactly how to make this thing.
So here's the theory. I put this down, and right here I do this.
When editing,
that.
and I'm making
that.
a reaction video
that.
so
And I
I
go
can
boom,
hear you.
boom, boom. And if I study this correctly, I do this, I place this, I break it. Now I have this flashing, and I go boom, boom. There it is.
The next day, I made a second golem. Meet my man Igor 2. Technically Igor 3, but don't worry about that. Love this brave Iron Man. Love him. So I set up the distraction device outside my house, and the thing, look at it, it works. Or at least I think it will. Zombies will hear the note block, walk over to it, and then hopefully fall in a pit and die. But there was one thing about this. It was very, very annoying. It was a constant beep.
This thing is annoying.
I did not want to be listening to that for 44 days. If I had to listen to that, I would become a zombie, I'm telling you. What I wanted to do was make it so that during a blood moon, I would just run outside and turn it on, and then quickly run back inside, and when the blood moon was over, turn it off. So I started building that, but the problem was I ran out of redstone. My plan was to go back to the old house tomorrow and get some. But when I got there, there was no redstone. I do not know why I thought I had some here, but I did, and I went all the way back. Good news was, though, that I remembered where there was redstone, at a chemical pipe place. So I went there and got some. When I got back, I decided I wanted to hide the redstone under the grass so you wouldn't see it, and I did that. Started working on it until nightfall, and then I went inside. I was back the next day working on it, and I accidentally went prone. You ever go prone in Minecraft? Didn't even know you could do this.
What is going on with my view? What have I done to my view? Why am I an ant? What is going on? Why am I so small? How am I laying down? can't even lay down in Minecraft. What have I done? Why am I laying down? This is not part of the game. Up. Get up. You can't be laying down out here. Shift C, wait. Shift C goes prone. Shift 1. Okay. That was very weird. Got the device built, and I wanted to test it. Now, theoretically, all I do is I come here, right here, press that break it. And it doesn't work. That's the alarm. That's the alarm system. But those ones aren't going. Why aren't those ones going? It stops right here. Why is it stopping here? It goes down, but it doesn't go to here. I realized that I needed more repeaters to carry the signal, so I built them, and boom, look at this. This thing was the perfect alarm system. If I'm a zombie, I see this, I'm like, oh, what's this? Oh, and then boom, I'm in the hole. I grabbed some lava, and I filled the pit. This thing should work well. There was still one big, huge problem that I did not consider. Why do I need to go outside in a blood moon to turn this thing on? Why can't I turn it on from inside? But it was nighttime, and I figured I'll figure that out later. And when I went to bed, look at this. Something cool happened. Come in my house. Please, my man. Please, 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 please. Go one step further. One slide further. No. No. This way. Oh, wait, I can push. Get inside. Wow. This is great news. You are going to love it in here. What do I name you? My man, the snail. How about that? Miss Snail. That's you. Miss Snail. Love this man. Okay, day 59. And you know what I did day 59? I did something I had never done before. I made a clock. You ever make a clock? I have no idea why I did not make one of these before, but this thing, wow, it is very useful. Especially now, when nighttime, if I'm stuck out at nighttime, I'm pretty much dead. So this told me when I should start heading home, so I don't get stuck outside. Very useful. But I did not explore that day. No, I went down into the bunker and just tried to make it look a little bit nicer. I replaced some of the walls with stone, bars, cobblestone, just to give it a different look. I thought it looked pretty good. But hey, it's that time. That time for the virus to mutate.
Don't let cough interrupt your precious moment. Take Mucosolvan 24 hours.
Oh, zombies are faster now, and they do more damage. Yeah, love that. I was neglecting my farming duties, so I did that. Hey, no, I'm farming. Relax. I was also neglecting enchanting my gear. It was day 60. Zombies were now pretty deadly, and I was mostly iron gear. What's going on here? So I went to the library, very carefully, mind you. I was very worried about leaving the house. I got a bunch of books, got a ton of books. I also decided to cut down all the trees in front of my house, because at this point, I was no longer hiding. Zombies could two-hit me, so I needed to be able to see what was out there, not walking out there blind and getting two-hit by a zombie. So the trees came down. I also started building this secondary entrance. It's another layer of, I don't know what to call these things. There's a name for them, I don't know. But now I could walk out of the door, take a look around, and then go out a second door. Be safe, I guess. The next day, I built my library, put it in the corner of my house right here. I thought it looked good here, a nice little square for it. And I put my enchanting table down. The whole thing was pretty nice. But you know what? Didn't have any lapis. None at all. So I'd have to figure that out soon. I started working on wiring the distraction device so that I could trigger it from inside my base. Oh! Oh, look how much they hit you hard. Oh! 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 That's 2 hits of a zombie. Those 2 hits. You see that? Yeah, you see that? It is not safe out there. You can get tagged by one of these things and taken down. Man can die at any moment. I also ran out of redstone, so I needed more of that. So on day 62, I went mining to look for both redstone and lapis, the 2 things I needed very badly right now. But I made a bit of a mistake, I guess, because I don't know why I did this. I decided to start my mine from within the bunker. So yeah, I was digging a direct hole from the safe bunker to an open cavern. Yeah, real good idea, Sean. My man, how's it going? Not looking too good for you on there, is it? Oh, that that wasn't very smart. There you go. Going for a swim.
Hey, but you know what? It wasn't so bad because I found 9 diamonds. Look at that. So I came up from mining because I had a stack of redstone and all these diamonds, and I was starting to feel greedy. And you know when a man gets greedy is when a man dies. On my way out, I set up another trap, which this one, very simple, okay? Very simple, but yet very effective. Lava hole. Any zombies chasing me would not be able to figure out how to get around it. Me, a guy with a brain, simply press the space bar and boom, over it. But a zombie, no, he doesn't know what to do. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. Hey, you're probably worried about me walking into here, right? Well, don't worry about it, okay? There's 0% chance I was gonna walk into this hole.
0.
Hey, look at that, another blood moon. So I figured it was a good time to just build some stuff. I used my diamonds to make a helmet and some boots. I was going to make a halberd, diamond halberd. That thing is deadly, but you know what? Protection is probably more important at this point. Then I noticed the zombie had gotten into my chicken coop, so dealt with that. Also made a bow and some arrows and climbed up to the watchtower.
It's all I've ever wanted. Look how many there is. Look at that. This is insane. How would a man ever deal with something like this? This is just a waste of time. Like, that's nuts. Look at all that. Here, what are you doing? I want to take this guy out. One man. I can kill one man. There we go. I need to get my distraction thing up and running.
In the morning, I did something very stupid. Very, very stupid. Wow. Watching this again. I opened the door and let some zombies in that compound.
Oh, they're in. Igor. 2 of them are in here. Igor, my man, do something. Oh, never mind. I changed my mind. I'm scared. Oh my God, look how many got in. That's a lot. That's a lot. That was so stupid. Why did I do that? Close the door. Oh my God, they're fighting Igor out there. They killed Igor. They killed both Igors.
They killed Igor 1 and Igor 2. And you know what? It was my fault. I killed these men. They gave their lives protecting me, and I wasted them by letting zombies inside. Not only were they dead, but now I had a whole bunch of zombies in my compound. Why did I do this? When Igor 1 or 2, I don't know which one died, the man left me a present. 1 piece of iron. And I wanted that. Wanted that badly. So I killed all the zombies from the roof, and I ran for it, and I almost died. The zombies from outside slashed at me through the fence. And to make things even worse, when I went back inside, I saw that my snails were gone.
Where's my snail? My snail's gone too.
But I had no time to mourn the death of Igor 1 and 2 and my snails. I was running out of time before day 90, and I had to get outside and get that wiring fixed. Thankfully, the horde was at the back of the compound, and the distraction device was at the front, so I thought I could go out the front door, work on it, and they wouldn't know that I was out at the front. But no, they noticed me, all right?
Oh no! How many got in? Just 1? The horde found me. Oh my God.
So guys, I'm going to end the video here because the video is getting a little bit too long. So bye.